Angel Parker, and Kyle Sparks.
Group shot.
And also need one more.
We'll get out of your way.
Oh yeah. Eddie, not an intruder. It's a paparazzi. Actually, it is an intruder. Never mind. Get him.
Wait, what's an Eddie?
Adam. Adam, Eddie is our smart home system.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So
What's
torch
in it?
camera, just a couple guys.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing group shots with the reporters later, I think.
No, right now.
Right now. Never mind.
Look at
Now.
In rotation. All right.
Yeah, if we can push it back a little bit, we're going to be closer to the...
Big role.
Yeah, it is.
Tell me about getting the call that you got in the part.
When I found out I got this part, I couldn't even find words about how excited I was. You know, this is definitely the first, you know, the biggest thing I've ever done so far. And I was so excited. You know, I love Disney. I've always wanted to do a Disney project. So when I found out about this, I was ecstatic. I couldn't be happier.
And tell me about your character.
My character's name is Bree. Her super speed. Let me start over. All right. My character's name is Bree, and her superpower is having super speed and agility. And so her other bionic brothers, they have super intelligence and super strength. And she's definitely a very outgoing girl. She's really tough. She's lived with brothers her whole entire life. When she gets out into the real world, though, she tries her hardest to be a normal girl, and she can be a little insecure about it at first because she doesn't really know how to act. But her brothers and her dad and her stepbrother, they all kind of help her through it, and she just tries her hardest to be a normal girl.
So you guys have been together for a little while now, like
Yes.
the cast. Do you guys have nicknames or kind of an ongoing joke that I could ask you?
You know, we're definitely like one big family. We always joke around about random things. There's always something new every day we're joking about. But yeah, I mean, we don't have any nicknames yet. I'll have to think about that one.
What about who makes you break scene easiest? Anyone?
Break scene. I think someone that makes me break scene easily would probably be Spencer. He makes me laugh so easily, and all of us too.
His character's kind of goofy.
Yeah, his character's definitely the goofy one out of all of us, and even Offset too in between scenes. He's always making me laugh.
Can you give me an example?
There was actually one time, it was Offset, during another rehearsal between other characters. When we weren't rehearsing, he actually wanted to pull a prank on them, and so he wanted to turn off all the lights on the set. And we're like, I don't know if we should do that, but he did it anyways, and it was so funny. And he's like, what do these do? He turned off the lights and we ran. So he's always coming up with the jokes.
Very cool. Do you mind giving us a shout to camera to say your name and your character? And you're here on the set of Lab Rats.
All right. Hey, my name is Kelly Berglund, my character's name is Bree, and you're on the set of Lab Rats.
And then just see you next time.
Alright, see you next time.
I'm sorry.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Party maybe you have?
I was, yeah.
Been a while.
I know, it has.
Before the new year.
It was. Was it really?
I'm
Chase is
okay,
the brain.
seeing
He's kind of the one that
You are?
Scribbles, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So
I'm
exciting.
nervous.
What we're gonna do.
16?
Now he's making
They're really
he's the
promoting
leader.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it was cool to be a part of it. I mean, they had so many little. I had a little part in it, and it was fun. You know, Chris Parnell and Ellie Kemper, and then they all had said Johnny Depp has a little part in it. It's
Sure, this is
not to
our
compare myself to Johnny Depp, but it was neat. Yeah. Okay.
Very cool. Okay, so kind
Those
of
are the
set up
monitors.
where we are right now.
Yes.
So tell me
All these
about
gadgety things.
specifics you want to talk about.
This is the lab, and this is where we're discovered by Leo's TJ's character for the first time, we were kind of built and discovered. We live in a mansion, so this is kind of at the bottom of where we live. And for the first time, we get to leave where we're comfortable and go out into the real world and kind of experience life. Really life for the first time, just being normal teenagers.
Quite a character. He's got a little sassy. So whenever
That is my air hockey table. Adam, my character, is not the brightest person in the world, and he's very goofy, so he loves horsing around with certain things. So it's funny because our lab is so high tech, but you do have little pieces like that it's like, why is that in there? But it's awful fun. So it's my character.
It's all the clips.
Oh.
Makes me laugh. What's it like playing someone like that?
It's a lot of fun. You know, he and I are a lot alike in the sense I don't take myself too seriously. I try and have fun. I think as an acting you can. And from a comedy standpoint, I love being goofy and physical comedy. My character is very much like that. On the flip side, he's not very bright, and he tries, but he lives in his own little world. So it's cool playing someone that's so enamored with like a locker in school, or like looking at a cheerleader for the first time, or a mascot or something simple that we think, oh, it's normal. He thinks it's the coolest thing in the world. So he's very excited about everything.
May I ask what the audition was like for this?
Yeah, I've done 3 pilots for Disney. So I was actually just kind of, they brought me in for producer sessions. And when I met the producers, I ended up having a director session. We talked about the scene and stuff like that. I tested with Billy at the time, and we did our thing. It's a lot of fun. Doing Disney stuff, auditions, they always make it very comfortable, and that works great. So they're always usually very fun.
Now I heard Tyler said that you really kind of a prank on everyone.
I try. I thought I would give everyone a couple of episodes before I started doing stuff like that. I'm actually about to get house parts, and I don't think he knows.
You always think
Yeah, I told his assistant. I'm trying to keep it politically correct. But yes, I did. I try and have fun. I like doing stuff like that. Simple stuff. I try not to go too far, but there was an incident where I do shut the house lights off, so when everyone's rehearsing, I flip them off. But they know it's me, so I have to get creative with them.
What do you think everyone's going to love about me?
What's so great about it is we have such a different dynamic with all of the characters. I think everyone has a really clear set character. Each have a clear set ability. I think since Wizards is going off, not to compare that, but there's a similar fan base there, and I think kids that still kind of want that type of a show. I think this is a good provider. Plus, there's a lot of great shows about singing and dancing and acting that they're great, but sometimes you want something different. And I don't know what kid doesn't want a superpower, because I always did, watching like Harry Potter or something like that. So
Now, I like said that you make her very sing and enthusiast.
I try.
Well, I go and I do the flip.
The lady that Miley Flanagan, who plays our principal, the guest star. I'm very good at keeping a straight face. I pride myself on that. I try to stay pretty focused, but that's what I would say Miley Flanagan. She plays our principal. She's a guest star. She's recurring. She's been on 4 episodes so far, I think, and she's absolutely hysterical. So I would say her. A shame to say.
Broke the ice.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
I'll have you do a couple liners to the camera,
Yeah.
so just say your name and your character.
Yeah.
And you're here on the set.
Yeah, my character.
Hey, I'm Spencer Bullman, and I play Adam on Lab Rats, and you're here on the set with us.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much. Good to see you as well. Thank you.
How are you? Yes, I am so excited. You guys get to see the lab. I'm so excited for everyone to see the lab.
Keep everything
What do you love about the lab?
even
I love the tubes.
shooting on set.
Definitely the
I do,
tubes. It's
stuff
where
like
we
that,
eat.
but
It's where we
we're
sleep.
not
It's
very
where we live our
similar.
lives.
She's not the
in those
brightest
tubes.
person in the world.
Can you describe the premise of the show for us?
Aloof.
Sure. The premise of the
So,
show
I
is
like to say I
basically
have more of a grip
about
on
3
that.
bionic superhumans.
He's still discovering.
Being raised in an underground laboratory. They've been raised there all their life by their billion-dollar inventor / father figure, who gets married.
Kelly
And his wife's son moves in
TJ
with
is the
him
class
and discovers us in this underground laboratory.
Billy
And the 4 of us hit it off. We
probably
become best friends.
gonna
And
say
we decided
Kelly's
we're going to
kind of
sneak off and go to high school
But
for the first time
Kelly's-
because we've never experienced
Kelly's like the
anything
prom
outside of this laboratory.
She's just like-
We don't even know what upstairs
she's
looks like.
she's
And so
young,
basically
she's
the
happy,
premise of the show is
very
just that. Us trying to live lives as normal teenagers, even though we have these unique abilities.
I did something
My character Chase's unique ability is that he's super intelligent, and he has super bionic senses, and he's also very athletic. He's a martial artist, so he can kick, he can punch, he can flip. Whenever they get into, the three siblings get into a bind or a tough situation on a mission, he's kind of the one who has to figure everything out, lay out the plan, and say, okay, we have to do this now, let's do it. And so that's what I like about the character. Even though he's the youngest bionic sibling, he's kind of the leader.
Any little known facts you would tell us about?
I really love the great.
Yeah, this set is very
my
interesting.
favorite. I think it's really cool.
I find something new about this set every single day because there's so much in here, and they bring in new props every episode.
So it's nice that that's
yeah, the tubes. See those little pipes that hook up to the top of the tubes? Food pellets drop down from the top so that we can just lean our head up and eat right there. It's funny. The little pellets, like, they give us nutrients and stuff. So because we're not used to eating normal food. And then all these little monitors here are controlled by a character whose name is Eddie, and he's played by he's voiced by Will Forte.
That's someone that's my age.
And his character Eddie is very sassy. He's the smart home system that controls our entire home. So we ask him to make reservations for us if we want to go to a restaurant and stuff like that. But he has sass to him too, so he's a character.
Now, when you're not on the immediate set, where do you guys like
I love it when
Is there a
people
certain
make
dressing
me
room
stuff
everybody's
because
in?
I
What do you
think
do?
it's.
I don't think there's a specific dressing room. I think it's just kind of whoever's dressing room at the time. It kind of changes every single day. Like one day we might be in Spencer's, one day we might be in mine, one day we might be in Tyrell's. It's really kind of like if one person goes in there, we always have our doors open. So if someone's walking by, they'll be like, "Hey, I wanted to mention this," and then we'll be like, "Okay, come on in."
Thank you.
And I'm always playing guitar too. Like my amplifier is always turned up like as loud as it can go. So whenever someone's walking by and they might want to peek their head in,
Dallas, Texas,
sit down and listen. It's just kind of like that on their set. Very
a lot of
laid back.
barbecue there, and there's this really nice barbecue restaurant that we go to, and
I think everyone's gonna love the show because the characters are very relatable. And they don't necessarily fit in high school because they've never been there before. They've never been to school, period. And I think that there are teenagers out there who will be able to relate to that, maybe not being able to fit in. And also, it's an action comedy. There's plenty of action, a lot of stunts, a lot of special effects, and also a lot of laughs.
Something simple, something that she feels comfortable in, but still expresses who she is.
Inside jokes.
I like everything, so I think if she feels comfortable, that's all that matters.
Hal's a complete jokester. Hal has a new inside joke every single day.
Thanks so much.
He's the one who makes everyone laugh. The set is very light, everyone's always coming up with new jokes and we're always pranking each other. I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind, these little inside jokes. We have a new one every single day.
Very cool. Can I have you do a toss to camera to say your name and thanks for hanging out here on the set of that.
Sure. Hey guys, I'm Billy Younger, and thanks for hanging out here with me on the set of Lab Rats.
Hey sir, he's a doll, and then we went on the set of Let It Shine.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations on the show.
Thank
That
you.
was so fun.
It's so much fun.
I do it for myself. I love working out. I love staying
Yeah, Leo is a quirky kind of guy. He likes comic books and video games and sci-fi and science in general. And the fact that he has 3 bionic superhuman siblings is a dream coming true to him because he's a lover of those things. He's glad that he has siblings that have some superpowers.
Just spending time together.
Tell me where we're at right now.
This set is the lab where most of the bionic happenings go. And this is where they go, and 3 capsules that are over there, which you may not be able to see, is where they sleep. And this is where they train for missions and they get prepped and everything. And this is where we hang out most of the time.
I usually sing songs.
And I heard that you
I know that sounds weird, but
Yes.
Tell me what you like to cook.
I love to cook breakfast foods, bacon, eggs, pancakes, French toast, and I love to bake. I like baking cookies and brownies and cake. I like making I like making pretty much anything that my family will eat.
Speaking of family, after no stranger to your family, did your brother have advice for you going into this, or what?
Yeah, my older brother gives me advice whenever I ask for it, whenever I need it. One of the biggest pieces of advice that him and my family have given me is to be myself and not to worry about the performance I give, because as long as I do my best and I do everything I do to the best of my abilities, whatever comes out I shouldn't be afraid of.
What's it like to play the Disney?
How many years? It's been a while.
It's really cool because I've always seen Disney shows and like, wow, it looks like I have so much fun. And it really is. We have a lot of fun on the set. It kind of feels like Disney is
Hey,
kind
pop
of
star,
welcome
Billy
us.
Unger here from the new Disney XD
I've
show
asked
Lab
everybody who
Rats.
makes some great scenes easiest. Is there someone that can make you just laugh in the middle of the scene?
Sure, this is our laboratory set.
Spencer will make us laugh right before a scene.
But the laboratory set is
he'll just like
probably
make
one
a
of the coolest sets
funny
we have.
face right
Because
before
there's
they say
so much
action,
technological
and then we'll just
stuff here.
burst
I have no
into
clue what any of
laughter
it does.
and
My
uncontrollable
character
laughter
Chase
in the middle of the scene.
How are you similar to
And,
I think the biggest similarity with me and my character,
I think
Chase,
everyone
is
should tune
probably
into
that the
Lab
two of
Rats
us are
because
very
it's
athletic.
funny.
He's a martial artist.
Well,
I'm
we
a
have like
martial artist.
slapstick
They kind of
comedy
added in
and,
that element
really
later
funny.
on in
And
the show. It was kind of
it's action packed.
because they saw what I was capable of doing
special
as far as
effects in
martial
every
arts and
episode.
gymnastics goes.
And it's like something
And,
either blows
so yeah,
up
that's
or something
pretty
flies
much-
through a set.
That's pretty much as similar
and
as the two of us get.
It's family oriented.
favorite episode of film so far?
I feel like in the scene I saw you get
Well, I'm always very into the episode that we're filming at the time, but we've done so many episodes now. Only in our first,
I
we're
think
on episode 15.
The weirdest
I think
thing
my
I've had to
favorite
do
episode would probably be Commando Act.
I think the weirdest
Just
thing I've had to
because
do
it was a lot of
was
fun.
I had to
You know,
make up
for a second there,
a fake dance to
I got the chance to
embarrass
switch
Chase.
into two different characters like
And
that. You know,
it's
Commando F is a glitch of Chase's, and basically whenever Chase gets too happy or too sad,
pretty multi-layered. Well,
his emotions
I don't think I
get
should
out
show
of
you
control.
because I want you to
He
see the
turns
episode,
into
and that'd be
Commando,
kind of
which is
giving it
like a
away.
warrior. And he starts, his voice drops
Will you give us
like
a shout
10
to camera to say
octaves,
your name, who
and
you
he starts
play,
telling
and,
people off and telling them what to
say it loud.
do when he has no
Okay.
right to do that. So
Hi, I'm
it's a lot
Tyrell
of fun.
Jackson Williams, and I play Leo from Disney XD's new series Lab Rats.
We hang out all the
And
time in our
this
dressing rooms.
is
You know, sometimes when
And
you're
you're-
I might be.
You can say like in your own set or something like
Huh?
that. You can say like in your own set.
Instead of what?
And this is the set left. Sorry.
We're always pretty much doing something.
Hi, I'm Tyrell
One thing
Jackson
about
Williams
Spencer is
from
he always has his
the-
door open and he always has music blaring loud enough for everyone to hear.
Hi, I'm Tyrell
And
Jackson
then, of
Williams,
course,
and I
me,
play
Poor
Leo
Kelly and poor Tyrell in
from
the
Disney
middle of us.
XD's
I'm over on
brand
the
new
other side
series
playing
Lab
the guitar
Rats,
with
and
my
you
aunt
are
on the other
on the
side.
set of Lab
And
Rats.
so they just
Do like an
kinda
outro too.
come to each other's
And
rooms.
I say, well, I gotta get back to the scene.
And if I'm
See
playing
you next
guitar and
time.
someone's walking by,
Well, I need to
they
get
might,
back to the
you know,
scene.
come
See you
down,
next
they might
time.
Sit down and listen to me play.
Thank you very much.
Huh?
The Cam for short.
Well, his middle name is Harrison, and my dad's name is Harry, and my grandfather's name is Harry, so he's Harry's son. You know, so I don't. He may end up just being Harrison.
All right.
So it'll be up to him. I'll let him decide. You know, just not
Let that
Sparky.
genius decide.
Just not Sparky.
Is that what you are?
No, that's my dad's nickname.
Oh, okay.
But so I avoided it my whole life. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So we are, we're in the great room. That's what they call it, and with good reason. A great many story moments happen in this space, and it's been through it. Like we've shot maybe 10, 13 episodes, 15 something at this point, and it's had crashes and explosions and a giant exoskeleton attacking and destroying the dining room table and a drone crashing through the window, and it's amazing how much this, and it's still fine. But then of course I'm a billionaire, so I can afford to repair anything, I suppose.
Set up the premise of the show.
Lab Rats is the story of 3 cyborg superhuman kids who have bionic powers, and their new best friend Leo, who's their stepbrother, trying to become real kids. I play Donald Davenport. I play their dad / creator. I get remarried. My wife has a son, and he finds them in the lab. He sneaks down to the lab sort of by accident, and he meets them, and they become friends, and then they're inseparable. So my plans to have them just fight crime and not be normal kids get spoiled, and now they have to go to school and try to deal with the reality of that lifestyle.
What drew you to Donald Davenport?
Well, I mean, I think simply Davenport and I have so much in common, not the least of which we're both geniuses. I think that's clear. I mean, you brought that up before we were even shooting. And then, of course, if anybody can play a billionaire, it's me, because that's pretty much all I hang out with all the time. I think it's smart, you know what I mean? There's only 2 of them, I think, that are worth hanging out with, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of billionaires in the world, but a lot of them are just boring. But a couple of them are fun. And then I guess it's because, you know, in my own time, I'm a science nerd, and I understand the tech that we're dealing with in this show. I really do. You know, my favorite movie is Blade Runner. I was named after the computer in 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's true. So I grew up my whole life with a very computer and science-oriented life. And so it makes sense. This guy makes sense to me.
The cast is really impressive. The younger kids.
They're
Tell me
great.
about working with them.
Well, to be completely honest, we have a ridiculous amount of fun on set, all of us, all the time. But these kids are more mature and more focused than a lot of the adults I've worked with. It's really impressive, and you watch them and you watch them work hard and do everything they can to make it better all the time, and you go, you want so much for them. You can't help but stand there and go, my whole job is not screwing up for them. I just want this to go and be really successful, because this could be it for them. This could be their thing. I mean, I'll always get another shot. You know, I'm me. I'm Hal Sparks. Get over it. But, you know, but the kids themselves are just starting out, and you really want, this is a great place to be. This is a great first series, honestly.
A couple kids did say that you make them break scenes quite a bit.
Yeah, I do improvise a lot, but in my defense, I'm often asked to, and I also like it to be fun. You know, as much as we're working here and we have a deadline and we've got to accomplish things, we can't forget that you have to be serious about having fun in your life. You have to take that seriously, because you have to recognize you're in a better position than a lot of people, and so you have almost a responsibility to enjoy it. And so I also want them to have memories of this time where we're working on this show that they really love, you know, so they can look back and go, that was hilarious, that was fun, we had such a blast doing that, and mean it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Will you give us a liner to camera? Just say,
of course.
I'm Hal Sparks, and make sure to tune in to Lab Rats on Disney Channel.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Disney XD.
Yeah.
We did that wrong.
Hi, I'm Hal Sparks, and you're watching Fan La La. Be sure, sorry, you can't, the mic's too far away. That won't work. All right, hold on. Hi, I'm Hal Sparks, and you're watching Fan La La. Be sure to tune in to Lab Rats on Disney XD. It's a great show, mainly because I'm in it. Can I keep this? You have another one of these, right? Cool, bye. Are you rolling?
Yep.
They auditioned a bunch of people for this role, but I knew immediately it was Angel Parker. 'Cause I was like, she's the only person I wanted. I was like, please, can we get Angel Parker? And they were like, but she's weird and she has all these things. No, don't tell her.
Yes.
Anyways, and I was like, no, you have to get her, and I was so right.
He was right. It's very sweet. You love her. I'll write that check.
Isn't that right, Billy Younger? TV's Billy Younger agrees with me.
Play married.
I know we
Yeah.
did play Married very well.
Yeah.
It's easy to love Hal.
Fun. You can talk to me.
Great.
Hi. Now I feel like this is a tough act to follow. I'm gonna have to come with like the boring questions.
No problem.
Then I'm sure you're already gonna ask.
Nothing's boring.
Set up the premise of the show for us.
Well, I play Tasha Davenport, and I marry the fabulous inventor Donald Davenport, and we move in, and I have a son, and we discover that he has superhuman children living in his basement. So that's an adventure, and we just navigate the world of trying to blend these families, of having a step-parent and stepmom, stepdad, stepkids, and 3 of them just happen to have superhuman special abilities that they use, and my son wants to have them as well. And they go to school, and we just have a good time. We're a family that has all the issues that a family would normally have, with a little bit of extra speed added up to it.
Tell us where we are right now.
We are in Casa de Davenport. This is our super high-tech home. The walls talk. We have Eddie, who lives in the wall, played by Will Forte. Every room is sort of like a portal. It goes somewhere cool and interesting, and then actually through the kitchen is through where there's an elevator that goes down to the basement where the lab is. So it's fun.
You are working with some really impressive kids, I have
Yeah,
to say.
they
Tell me
are.
about the cast.
The cast is awesome. I mean, all the kids are just great. They're so professional, they're so fun, and they're just good kids. They've got a great heart and just fun. The days go by, they just fly by. Never really feels like work, you know.
Now, are you a fan of the Disney Channel? Is there a show, or Disney XD? Is there a
I
show
am.
that you watch? Or you
I am. I have a 6-year-old boy, so we watch Disney XD a lot. Big Phineas and Ferb fans in our house. But I love Good Luck Charlie. That's a really good show, and the mom on that show, she's so funny. Gosh, I can't wait to meet her. And so I'm just, I of course watch Hannah Montana and all of those things, and Wizards of Waverly Place. I'm good friends with Maria Barrera. So just to sort of, it was a little peek into the world of Disney, which is fun. I'm so excited to be a part of the family.
What do you think everyone's going to love about this show? How do you think it kind of stands apart?
I think it stands apart in just, well, the fact that it's a blended family, you know, it's blended, it's dealing with step parents and issues like that, and obviously interracial, but that's never even really dealt with. And then the special abilities of the kids, it's something that's new and fun, but yet it's still just a family trying to deal with who's making dinner and who's doing what, and how are the kids going to get home from school. And it might be a hovercraft because it's Davenport Industries, but it could also, you know, be a bike that's probably souped up.
Very cool. Can you do a liner for us, the camera, an outro, just say your name, and thanks for hanging out on set here at Lab Rats.
Okay, cool. How about you? Hey, it's Angel Parker. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the set of Lab Rats. I hope you watch.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this stuff is mostly satellite tracking. Yeah, I have satellites that monitor a lot of my electronic Absolutely. This is an incubator where I actually grow new tissue. So when I need to replace anything like that.
And then we're gonna have Leo Howard show up.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Somehow it's done.
Okay. Man, this is that awkward moment right before somebody's about to perform. Super awkward, everyone's silent. I'll tweet it. Right before the music goes on.
Let's shoot one.
Good one, Jim.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Cool. So I want to ask you about the last you kind of set up the premise for
Absolutely, one of my biggest
Yes.
favorite actors.
Just basically, in the first season, we filmed this episode, Kickin in China.
Super embarrassing. I didn't know what the words.
It's our biggest episode ever. We went to the Great Wall of China.
So we went to
Jack
the
has a
table
tournament there.
And
It's
the
just
line
an
was,
insane
really
episode,
scrappy and
insane
wiry.
ideas.
So I said
Milton
scrappy
gets
and
wrapped
weird, and they all laughed. Like,
a bunch of charades
I wonder why that line got such a big
going
laugh.
and searching
After
for the end of a
was like,
fortune
hey,
that
totally messed up that
comes
line.
true.
Killed the joke. That was
insane. It's
so I
very.
was super embarrassed.
It's all restart that. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Sure, you're doing good though.
And then I'll have
you
to
want
take a step back.
Okay, we'll take a little step back. Do you want to start over, or do you want to pick up back
I'll
up?
pick up.
Start by jumping up and getting your knees up. And,
It's one of the craziest episodes we've ever shot. It takes place in China, and Jack has a gigantic tournament on the Great Wall of China. Milton, Jerry, and Eddie, we go off on an adventure searching for the last half of a fortune that we seem to have lost. So we end up in a lot of trouble, though. I do say my getup was pretty awesome. I kind of got wrapped into a Chinese opera singer.
Pretty sure they're all.
So it's pretty cool.
You always have a crazy costume. I love it. Now taking some of the magical away, you weren't in China, you were actually here, right? So what was the set like for that?
Like right where we're standing is actually where some of the Great Wall of China set was made, and it was the set designers. I give props to. They did an amazing job of creating the Great Wall of China. They built just a section of the wall and a tower for us to be in, and they painted it and made it look like the Great Wall of China. It was an amazing sight to see. Just the process that goes into it. I got to watch them paint, watch them make the molds of the
I'm
bricks.
phenomenal. Am I standing here? Awesome.
It's great. It's great to be back, to be hanging with these guys, just to be filming in general. It's hard to go away from a job you love.
Is it funny thinking back to day one when you first met and how you are now together?
Yeah, you know, when we were back in day one,
Absolutely nothing.
our friendship, we were good friends, but now
It's funny. I was
it
just
seems like
thinking
after
that a
so
couple
long,
hours ago.
our friendship is just
And
increased.
I'm so nervous
We're
before,
like such good
and then I
friends
get
on
to
set.
doing it, and I end up focusing and kind of
Call each
forgetting.
other for
And
everything.
You'll
So
see, like when I
it's
started,
nice.
I kind of get into like this blank state going on, focusing, and it's kind of necessary for me to do what I do. But absolutely nothing goes
I think
on.
we're gonna have a much bigger episodes. I know that we're gonna have some, definitely some smaller episodes, some nice pure comedy going on. We're gonna have some big fights soon. We have some sports episodes, which we've never done before. And in the first season, we did like one sports episode. Maybe now we play basketball,
Kickin' it,
play football. It's cool.
That was an
It's definitely
incredible
something we
episode.
haven't seen from Kickin yet.
From the sets to the guest
Thank you
stars.
so much. Do you mind giving us a shout out to
It's
camera? Say
it's
you're
an action-packed
here on
episode,
set of
and
Kickin' make sure
definitely
to
one of my
tune into
favorites.
Kickin' in China.
Okay, sure thing. Hi, I'm Dylan Riley Snyder. We're here on the set of Kickin, and make sure you tune in to Kickin at China.
Really good. We were on the Great Wall of
Kickin'
China.
Sorry, not Kickin'
For one of
I got
these,
that wrong.
one of these,
You did it well.
and there's a
Thanks so
pretty
much.
daredevil fight scene on the edge of the building.
No,
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love doing it.
Study my teeth up
Was
and
there a
down,
name
make
for like
sure
kind of
that I get every little piece of plaque off. Sweaters,
combining
little
dance with
film.
martial arts?
Absolutely. Three things when it's called extreme martial arts, and they take like
once in a while, the
breakdancing
script,
and regular
but mainly
dancing, like
getting
the
the plaque off.
gracefulness, I guess you'd say, of martial arts and dance, and they add it together with gymnastics and this blend they call extreme
No,
martial
not
arts.
really. I mean,
So
me and my parents, we have a great relationship. They're like friends to me.
it
but they're also
depends.
friends,
For
you know.
me, I
They're very
learned.
disciplinary.
I can learn
I
fast,
like
but I can
that.
also learn really slow.
like
So
having parents
it took me. It was really easy to learn it, but to perfect it,
Be
it
there
takes
when
years
you
and
need it,
years. And I've been doing it 10 years, and I still don't feel like I'm any good at all. So
I'm okay with that. You know, they're my
I
parents.
think
I
we've
would
asked you before, but
be okay
how
with anything.
often
But
do
yeah,
you
I definitely.
again for this?
We have a.
I try to train a couple times a week in like 2.5 hours, 2-hour training sessions, 3 times a week or so, and I usually try to keep in shape like that. But I enjoy enjoy it, so it's a little different.
Nah,
us about
she's crazy. She gets hyped.
Which one? The one that
China.
we're Kicking It in China. Kicking It in China has to be one of my favorites so far. Jack gets invited to the World Karate Championship in China, where he's going to be competing against some of the best kids in the world. And kind of goes haywire from there, some twists and turns, but ultimately it ends up in this life or death fight on the edge of the Great Wall of China.
Actually, we were rehearsing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There's this part where
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Movement. Good to see you.
as well.
and martial arts. So I've been doing it for around 10 years now, and I absolutely love it.
Sounds like a fun episode.
Learned all those
We went to
moves
China.
and very hard
We had the set in China, but it feels like we went to China.
What's it like being back
Thank you, I appreciate it.
It's fun.
Thank you.
I'm glad to see all of these guys here, the cast, the crew, everybody upstairs. It's great to see everybody
Kickin'
here.
It is Disney
What
XD's
do
first
you think
ever
has
like
changed,
action
if anything,
show.
from kind of season 1, season 2, and
We
getting
love
to know
doing
each
it.
other?
Not
Bigger
only are we an action show, we're
and better
a
episodes. The episodes last year were hilarious and funny, but this season they have us doing a lot crazier stuff. That's going to be really awesome. Not to mention you'll see a lot of fight scenes in this season.
Kid, the guy who thinks he's cool,
Yes.
the girl, and the goofy,
Now, I know
the
there's
goofy
some
adult sensei.
funniness Jason going on. Have there been a good one this season yet?
Okay, try to figure one out. Okay, I think I got one. What we do is we'll go upstairs to the 3rd floor and we'll have a slingshot and we'll shoot water balloons at the people over there. Like if our stand-ins are just sitting there eating lunch, we'll try to shoot water balloons. Most of the time we miss, but it's always a lot of fun.
What kind of reaction do you get for that?
Where did they don't know where it comes from, and then when we'll do it every day, they'll just send me like, oh, water balloons.
China to compete in this tournament,
May one
where it's him versus basically 20 of the best martial artists.
He's more confident, I think. I think Eddie is a more confident person when it comes to school, when it comes to karate, when it comes to girls. I think Eddie has grown. I think he's matured more, and I think just being around his friends, he just got better at everything.
Kid that encourages the rest of the kids to accomplish things that,
I like to sing.
He encourages them. He usually
I've worked with Ruben Studdard on some tracks,
and he's a martial arts
actually.
expert.
So I like to play sports. I like to read trivia and read books, and just like to have a lot of fun with these guys over here.
When did you start singing? What do you like to sing?
I like to sing more pop, and I like to sing more R&B. But I first started singing at about age 1. I just grew up singing. I grew up in a singing-based family, actually.
Do you remember the first song you performed on stage in front of a little audience?
Well, you know what?
What was the first song I think I performed was "Flying Without Wings" by Ruben
Obviously,
Studdard.
I'm still learning now.
After he won American Idol, I just wanted to sing that song really badly.
Then next was
So I performed that song. I think that was the first song I ever performed in front of a lot of people.
I can do it myself, but still always trying to do it.
Can I have you do a liner to camera? Just say your name and you're here on the set.
Hi guys, I'm Alex Christian Jones, and I'm on the set of Disney XD's Kickin' It.
No, you know what?
Thank you very much. Good to see you as well.
She was sitting there like, I can never see myself in the mirror because I'm always like so short. She's like, okay, prop yourself up and tell me if you like it. I'm like, yep, love it. And then I get back down. It's so funny.
What's it like being back here?
It's great, of course. I'm having a blast this season as much as I did last season. It's been a lot of fun.
Okay. How are the boys being?
They're being boys, of course. We've been through like a lot. So me and the guys are having a great time. We've gotten so much closer. Learned a lot about each other. It's been really fun.
Did they get you with a lot of verses?
I love Nicki Minaj. Did they tell you about the water balloons? We have water balloon fights like every day. I actually got squirted today with a water bottle in the face. So they treat me like their little sister.
Yes,
You have hair, makeup, brush, and
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
tell me about Kickin' It China.
My advice would
This is a really, really fun episode. It's where me and the gang goes to China, and Jack Jack has a huge tournament there, and he gets to meet his cousin Kai, and they go through this big fight, and a lot of things happen in this episode, and it's really cool that we actually get to experience going out of the country. It's going to be a fun episode.
And he really went to China.
Who in real life?
Of course, we actually went to China.
How do you think your character has changed from last season to this season?
Leo has been doing karate.
You get to see Kim grow up a little bit. You get to see her go from a little bit of a little girl to growing up to changes in her having like relationships with boys and relationships with her family and just her in general, like just her growing up.
I love this scarf and outfit. How fun is your wardrobe?
It's a lot of fun. I love Kim's wardrobe, and I try. You know what? It's so funny because I don't really have my own style. So literally, I'll go to the wardrobe and I'll be like, yep, this is all me. I'm just gonna be Kim. I'm just always gonna be Kim. So I love her wardrobe.
Cool. Will you give us a liner to camera?
Absolutely.
Thanks for hanging out here. Make sure to tune in to Kickin' It China.
Yes. Thanks for hanging out here, and be sure to tune in to Kickin' It China on Disney XD.
Will see one more time?
Yes. Thanks for hanging out here, and be sure to catch Kickin' It China on Disney XD. Thanks for hanging out here, and be sure to catch Kickin' It China on Disney XD.
Hey, this is Alex.
Thank you so much.
It's fine.
Do what? He usually tells me like fart jokes and stuff.
He tells you fart jokes? He's
Or what did you
disgusting.
guys do last time?
That was definitely him. I would never say a fart joke.
So I see that you have a little Kickin' It tag.
Yeah, actually, Olivia got these for the whole cast on Christmas. It says Teo, which is my nickname.
Good to see you.
And
Alright, so first
Kickin'
up,
It,
we can
right
just do a
there.
video. Say hey, Bob.
What are some of the nicknames going on here?
For me, it's Teo. I call Olivia Olive. Jason, I call him Jace.
Hey, Bob,
There's not much you can do with Leo.
Jason Earls, and I
So,
play since
Leo,
movie
Alex,
on Disney
there's not much
XD's
you can
Kickin'
do,
It.
but I call Dylan Dale.
Tell us a little bit more about
So.
your
And I heard about
Sensei
the water
Rudy, he's the owner operator of the
man.
worst
Yo, water
performing
balloon fight
dojo
every
in the entire
day.
Bobby
We just got in
Wasabi
trouble actually like 2 days
Academy
ago.
chain of
We got in such
dojos.
trouble because we were throwing
I
balloons
think
and this lady
Rudy
got
is
super
heart's
mad.
in the
Like,
right
we were
place,
just
but he's
like,
sort
what
of
are
a
you guys doing?
goofball, and
definitely
he
not throwing
probably
water
gets into as
The
much
funny part is it's like it's not
trouble
even
as
the
he bails
kids,
the
it's
kids
the
out
adults
of.
too. They like they go into
I would say he easily learns as many lessons from them as they do from him.
Okay, so we heard a little bit
When
about
me and my brother get together, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Man, look, everywhere is just chaos.
Yes.
Like
So we
my
have
mom's
dojo
like
with
always
the
like
main-
my brother can drive me, so like we go everywhere together. I love
The
it.
in-between area
So
for the
my
mall
mom's
would be
always
like
like,
just
just be
courtyard of
careful.
a
And she'll be
general strip mall.
texting me, constantly
And
calling me like, what are you guys doing?
On the far side, so
tell me
whenever we
about
want to do
going
scenes
to
that just don't
China
involve
to
being
shoot
in
this
school,
China, I wish we went to China. The China episode is absolutely
It's,
ridiculous.
our
I first walked in and I saw the set and I was like, oh my lord, this is absolutely incredible. And there was like a bunch of green screens up, and so I went out to the office. I was like, hey, I'd like to see like a little bit of the episode.
If for no other reason than usually
It looks
Dan
great.
Dude is there who
Fantastic.
plays
Can't wait to
Falafel
see the
Phil,
full
and I think he's
episode.
one of the funniest guys ever. So if I can be in scenes
What's it
with
about?
Dan,
It's
then
pretty
that makes
much
me very,
Jack. He's going to China to fight, and so well, me and the guys, I think me, Alex, and Dylan, just Eddie and Milton, we go in.
I occasionally get involved.
and it just gets
I
crazy.
usually
We
try
just
to
get
avoid
involved
the
in all
area
this
during
stuff,
lunch because
while
that's when it
Jack's
usually
like
goes
doing
down.
crazy
Somebody
fights.
always comes in completely drenched.
sure, but
I'm mostly afraid that my phone's gonna get wet, and then I'd be really bad. So, but yeah, we actually, it's everything from dropping water balloons from the third story of this building onto people as they enter the building to launching, using a water balloon launcher to try to hit people 2 buildings.
I always like being
It's
productive.
really
I
sort of
hate
gotten
sitting
out of
down and just like I always feel like I could be doing something with my time.
Yeah, we all have our
You
own
guys
water
got anybody
balloon
else on-
slingshots.
I know there's a
in
lot
our
of people
it's
on this
pretty
lot.
intense.
Yeah.
Show. Tell me about that. Kind of. I know there's some like little wars.
They
that
do.
go on.
Ant Farm is pretty
I
much
sort
the one we
have
always
taken it
go.
upon myself
We
to almost be
actually
like
went
Sensei
on Ant Farm
Rudy
set one
is on
time
the
with a
show,
bunch of
like the
nerd
mentor
friends.
to help
We just
them
started
figure out
shooting up the place while they were doing rehearsal. It was hilarious.
what's funny in the show,
It was really,
like
really
what their
funny.
characters
They
are
didn't get mad,
thinking and
but they were
feeling.
like, they didn't know it was
The
coming,
first
so.
season, I think they relied on me a little bit more because it was their first everybody's first show. But this year, I think everybody's got a really good grasp of their
too much,
characters.
still, you know,
And sometimes they'll come up and say, "Hey, do you think this would be funny?" And I go,
It's a lot of
"Yeah,
fun.
or
I
no."
love
But
everything about it. I love
they
coming
tend to
here
sort of
every day.
freelance on
The
their
shows
own
are still
more
looking
now,
great.
which is good.
Give us a little shout to camera.
Hey, Fan Lama, you're here with Mateo Arias, and we're on the set of Kickin' It.
The biggest thing that
see you
happens
next
on the set, and it's
See you next time.
unavoidable just because of the physical nature of the show, is whenever you're doing